This is Future Rosie giving you a quick room tour. This is the second version of our sleeper cabin for two that we've got. It's got a couple of different tweaks, but other than that, it's mostly the same. Come on in. And we can you and me together. And we can you and me forever. First and most obviously, we have our seating area. These two chairs fold completely flat and go under the bed at night. And a perfect place to relax and look out the window. More exciting when we are moving. The other thing is that they do move. So if we both want to watch it like it's a TV screen, we can. And if your room is facing in the other direction, you can always flip them if you don't like going backwards. At night, we do have a blackout blind, which is quite impressive. In our last room, the bin fit in the little gap just by the door where we hang our coats, but for some reason this one's a little bigger, so it was originally here by the sink, but we've just tucked it in the corner. Above it there is a pouch with some information about the train. You've got a door hanger to let your attendant know whether you'd like your room made up or to be left well alone, and a guide to the Canadian so you can see where we are, things to look out for, and the whole route. So that's 5 days of travel, kids. Above it we have a piece of artwork. I quite like this one. I don't even remember the last one. Around the room there are 1, 2, 3, 4 coat hooks that just flap down like that. And then up here, this is a little shelf for the person who's staying on the top bunk to store some bits and bobs. And next to it you have a fan. We like it quite toasty, so we haven't really had it on. But if you want to cool your room down a bit, or especially if you're on the top bunk, it can be a bit warm, you can wipe that on and have a bit of air circulation. Every sleeper cabin for two has their own sink. It comes covered with a little shelf so you can do your makeup or whatever in the mirror, and then it flaps down. And you've got, well, on this one we have a hot tap and a cold tap. On the previous iteration it was one single tap with like a temperature adjuster on the side. On both we've had this potable water tap, so that's where you're going to get your drinking water in the cabin, which is a very nice touch because normally you have to go trekking to find a jug or something. If you cannot get enough of yourself, you can see, well, there's 3 mirrors here in which I can see 5 of myself which is really fun. And then on the back of the door we have a nice long mirror. It's not quite full length, but it's 3/4, I would say. So if you need to do a fit check before dinner, that is where you're going to check. So we've got soap and body lotion. This one's kind of got a fresh scent. The last one was sage and mint and was also very nice. They do also provide you with earplugs to help you sleep, but we both brought our own anyway. One thing we've noticed isn't in this room compared to the other one was we had a couple of cups in here, but they are the same as the coffee cups, so you could just go and grab a couple from the Skyline bar if they didn't give you any. And I've just noticed there's a little cubby up here for wash bags that we didn't use before. Coming to the left of the sink and you'll find this delightfully old school control panel. Ceiling light, self-explanatory. Mirror light at the top of the mirror. And I keep having moments of how much I love how retro this is. And then the Amex light, which is a very polite way of saying the toilet. Below it is the fan that I pointed out on the ceiling before, and then 2 North American plugs. They probably use them elsewhere, but that's how I know them as. So you've got your 2 flat pins. We have an adapter that's not that great, so we did have to duct tape one of them in, but my USB one that I bought from the States hangs in much better. And the one I didn't point out was the attendant button, probably because I'm too paranoid to press it because I don't want to bother anyone. If you do need any help from your room attendant, bing, you can do that and they will appear. There's a vent just above the door, and the controls are here on the left or right, depending on which way your room faces, which you can open or close to have more or less airflow. Just below it is this little cubby. We are currently using it for wash bags, a multi-plug to get that out of the way of the video, and a bunch of snacks, because we're animals. Underneath that we have 4 hangers for coats and other bits and bobs, and then we have also just stashed some bags and shoes at the bottom. And speaking of storage, we've got our backpacks in the area just above the bathroom. This is 2 hand luggage size backpacks, and they do fit with a little extra room for another little bag. But honestly, when they say don't bring too much luggage on board and check your big bags, heed their warning. Also, this is very high. I am 5 foot. I can barely touch the edge of the shelf, so I'm not going to be able to touch my bag for the duration. So I've just got my little bags down here. The other thing you're going to find up here is the shower kit. So that's, I think, 2 towels, some shampoo, shower gel. Is there anything else?
Can't remember.
No, I'm not sure. I do think I have a clip of it, so I can whack that in here. So we've got goat milk soap.
Indigenous owned peppermint and sage shampoo.
2 decent sized towels. Okay, so no conditioner. So if you need conditioner, bring that with. And then the shower is just down the hall. If you're in Prestige, you do have your own shower, but that's just for the bougie kids. What we do have is our own toilet. Just in here. They provide us with 2 face towels and 2 washcloths or flannels each. The vanilla packet that you can see hung up is an addition from me, from Primark, just to keep it smelling lovely in here. You might not be able to tell as it's a nice fresh toilet roll, but when we got on the last one, we had a small one and then the spare was stuffed up in the corner by the light. So I changed that and I was lucky I noticed it. These toilets work a bit like an airline toilet or like a cruise toilet. They use suction. So once you've pressed this flush, it can take up to about 8 seconds before it does anything, so don't panic. The only thing to remember for sure is to press this one by the toilet and not this one by the door, or your attendant's gonna come and help wipe your bottom. So something I can't quite show you now, but I hope to be able to show you later, is the beds. This is quite an unusual bed setup. I've never seen this in any other train. Normally they kind of flap down from the wall, but here, if you are in a bigger group, this wall can come away, like they can tuck it away, and then you've got this kind of double bedroom to share. So the first thing they do is take these 2 chairs and collapse them. So I think they go down to about that level, which is quite impressive, and that's one of the reasons they're mobile. Then this bunk falls down this way to about the level of the bottom of the window, and the one above pulls down. Now it doesn't look like there's an awful lot of room up there, but actually the ceiling is higher than we can see when the bunk's up. So you've been in the top bunk. How is the headroom?
Yeah, there's room on both the top and the bottom to sit up, at least at our height.
Although when we have adjusted, definitely bumped my head on the bottom one before. So that is the sleeper cabin for 2. Personally, I think this is a very nice middle ground for privacy and price. There are a few other room options around the train, which hopefully we'll get a chance to film separately and show you. If this does turn out to be just a room tour video, then thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe and ding the bell so you don't miss the rest of our Canadian adventure. If it is part of a longer video, then do those things anyway and keep watching. I see a light and we can